was baseball man.
Hi, it's me, Alex, the stay-at-home reader, and I am here to talk about my February TBR. So this TBR is going to be built based on the prompts for my baseball readathon. This is the spring training readathon. So for February into March, as long as you want, until the baseball opener in April, really. I filmed a little while ago my kids' TBR. It didn't go great. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't their best outing. But I'll put in whatever I can salvage from that. Hi.
Hi.
It's me, Alex, the stay-at-home reader, and this is
Owen.
Louder,
Owen.
the dragon, and Oliver,
The city angel.
Oliver the angel. So I don't have my TBR like set in stone because I am also a mood reader. So when I build a TBR, there's a lot of books on it, and so I have no intention of reading all the books, and I like to give myself options. So yep, I'll just go one by one through the prompts and show you the possibles. So prompt number 1, and I'm reading off of this chart that I made, and I'll link the PDF file if you want to play along with the readathon. Prompt number 1 is, what's Super Bowl? Who cares about football? Read a baseball book. This is Swinging for the Fences, Life in the Negro Leagues. So this is a nonfiction book. It also fits because February is
Black History Month.
Black History Month in the United States. Do you have one with the baseball theme? So this is the only prompt that the book specifically needs to have a baseball theme. So one I picked up from the library today is called Stealing Home, an intimate family portrait by the daughter of Jackie Robinson. This also fits into my goal to read 20 books by Black women in 2022. Other options, if I wanted to just, I'm going to read this anyway, and so it counts, and it would be like a really quick check off of my prompt list. But this picture book, Mamie on the Mound, a woman in baseball's Negro Leagues, again fits in with the Black History Month. Not that I'm like leaning heavy into that because we read it all year long. But another book by a Black woman author. I love picture book biographies. And then this one caught my eye at the library because the artwork is stunning. We have never read this one, but look how beautiful. See that? We've never read this one. But when we got home, I was like, man, her name sounds really familiar. And then I remembered that I picked up this, I guess middle grade biography at the New Haven Book Bank when they had a teacher's open house, and I got to go in and just pick as many books as I wanted as a homeschool teacher. So this is A Strong Right Arm, the story of Mamie Peanut Johnson, and I had grabbed this for Oliver because he is a pitcher in training. Prompt number 2, report for spring training. Read a book set in Florida or Arizona. And what do you have for that?
Well, I have this Boxcar Children. It takes place in Florida.
Okay. And you have
This Boxcar Children takes place in Arizona.
This one is in Arizona. This one is The Mystery of the Lost Mine in Arizona. And this was the old motel mystery. Takes place in Florida. This one we checked out from the library. This one we had on our shelves.
Yeah, the box.
2 books off of my TBR that I have not read yet. Swamplandia by Karen Russell. And this is the story of a 13-year-old, Ava Bigtree, who lives at Swamplandia, which is a gator wrestling theme park in the Florida Everglades. And then it looks like there's like a rival park, the World of Darkness, and her sister gets involved with the son of the family who runs that, and their mother gets sick. I don't know. I have always been intrigued by this book. I picked it up maybe from a free little library or used bookstore somewhere cheap, so it's been sitting on my shelves. Now seems like a good time to get to it. I just dropped it. And then The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead is set in Tallahassee, Florida. Follows boys in like a reform school. Yeah, a reform school in Jim Crow era Florida, and just the atrocities that they are forced to endure with that. And then, for a book set in Arizona, I have The Bean Trees by Barbara Kingsolver. I don't know what this is about other than it is set in Arizona. I didn't even know that. But I found a website called Fiction Trip Fiction. I don't know. I will link it in the description. And that one you can plug in a place and it gives you a bunch of books that take place there. So, and this was on there. It was on my shelves, and it is on my shelf because when I was in high school, I read the Poisonwood Bible and loved it. So I have like 3 more of her books based off of the memory of enjoying her writing that I haven't even read. So The Bean Tree it takes place in Tucson, Arizona at an auto repair shop called Jesus is Lord Used Tires, and also happens to be a sanctuary for Central American refugees. Then we have A Diamond in the Desert. This is a middle grade book I came across on the library website, so I requested it. And this is about a boy named Tetsu Kishi, who has been sent to live on an Indian reservation with his mom and sister in the middle of nowhere, without his dad and without his mom, without his dad and without his dog. Sorry, his mom and his sister are with him. But his dad has been sent to North Dakota for questioning after Pearl Harbor was bombed, and he doesn't have his dog because he's on a Japanese internment camp and no dogs allowed. And then the Cactus League, this is going to lead into the next prompt, which is called Cactus League, to read a book with a cactus on the cover. It's a baseball themed book about spring training in Arizona. I had started this and got about halfway through in 2020, shortly after this book was released. I believe this is a 2020 novel. Yep. And I was liking it, and it was really well written. I believe it is a debut novel by Emily Nemens. I stopped reading it because it was a library book and it was due back. And because it was kind of like a low mood book, it was one of those like everyone's miserable kind of things. Like everyone is slightly depressed, I think. And at the time, that wasn't working for me. Now, that's my jam. I love reading mopey books, so maybe I will try this again. So that would be a baseball themed book. a book set in Arizona, and a book with a cactus on the cover. It's a 3 for, and it's blue, which I'll get to later. Prompt number 4 is called Grapefruit League, and it's to read a book with citrus fruit on the cover. I thought I had more. But I have Commonwealth. This is a really, really beat up copy that I grabbed out of a little free library once. And I think those are oranges. I don't know if they're peaches, but I'm going to say they're oranges. Commonwealth by Ann Patchett. Don't really know what this is about either. But I read The Dutch House by Ann Patchett. Or listened to, right? With Tom Hanks as the narrator. And that was really good, so I would like to read more of her work. I have that. Prompt number 5, Team Colors. Read a book with your favorite team's colors on the cover. Mets fan, blue and orange. Blue. Orange. The graphic novelization of Parable of the Sower is pretty much orange in cover, so that works. Have a couple other blue library books. I'm going to end up filming a library haul at some point soon, so you'll see everything then. But yeah, so possible blue, possible orange, or any other book, right? What's your favorite team?
The Mets.
The Mets. And what color do the Mets have on their uniforms?
Blue and orange.
Blue and orange. Do you have any blue? You're reading a blue book with some orange on it, right?
With animals on the cover.
And it has animals on the cover. High five. What book is that? Jinxed. I'll find a picture to put right here over his face. Your favorite team?
This one.
Ooh, so you got to find a book with purple on the cover. Any of those?
I don't think so. No.
That's a very broad, like that's almost like a freebie prompt. Team Mascot, prompt number 6. Read a book about an animal or with an animal on the cover. I bought this in the beginning of the month. And it's about animals. It's about animals taking on human characteristics after some climate change and all that good stuff. This is an eco-fiction by Johanna Drucker, exploring the impact of ecological pressures on animals. Let's see. Also, animal on the cover. Number 7, batting average. Read a book with a number in the title. So, baseball themed, we have 78, the Boston Red Sox, a historic game, and a divided city. And this is about racist Boston and trying to bring people together using baseball in a playoff game, and then not baseball related, The Three Mothers. How the mothers of Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and James Baldwin shaped a nation. I almost said how the makers of those three shaped a nation, which kind of the same thing, right? They made them. Very glary because it is a library book. This is by Anna Malika Tubbs. I have this saved on Scribd as audio. So if I need an audiobook, this especially might happen. Prompt number 8 is Peanuts and Cracker Jack. Read a book about food. I have 2 that have been on my TBR for a long time. Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. I love this movie. So I think I'll love this book. And then Like Water for Chocolate, another one that the movie stands out in my mind, but I have never read the book. And this one is, I believe, magical as well. Love magical realism. And then I have a stretch. The Girl Who Drank the Moon. This was super popular a year or two ago when it came out. It's a middle grade book. Won the Newbery Award. And it is about a witch who lives in the woods, and people in the town sacrifice like babies to her. I think to, keep the witch happy in the woods. But on the flip side, like her story, she's like, why the hell do these people keep abandoning babies? And so she feeds them starlight or something and helps them find loving homes. But one year, she accidentally feeds a girl moonlight. And I don't know if there's magic involved with that. Now the girl is magical, and so the girl stays in the woods to live with her. Is that an accurate synopsis? I don't know. I never read it, but I want to. And then prompt 9 is do the wave, buddy read, or join a read along or book club. Yep. Should we do the wave? Who's going to start it? Who's going to start it?
You want me?
I can't start the wave. I'm in the middle.
Oh, you started. How do we start it?
You start it. There you go. Keep it going. Okay. All right. Bye. So, this is the book for January and February, so it has to be read in February for my so-called book club. Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. My in-person New Haven area book club is reading Bunny by Mona Awad. That would be a reread for me, so that would count for prompt 9, do the wave, and prompt 6, Team Mascot, right, because Bunny is an animal, and it's right there on the cover. If I pick one of these to read aloud with the kids, that will count. So we always have something that we're reading together. So currently we are reading Harriet Tubman, Conductor on the Underground Railroad, and we're also listening to
Mysterious Benedict Society.
The Mysterious Benedict Society. Right, that's taking us forever.
I mean, it's like 8 hours.
And, the Queer for Lit book of the month is called Something Fabulous by Alexis Hall. This is a historical male romance novel. And I'm really looking forward to it because I haven't read like a fluffy romance in a little bit. It's been a little while, so that counts for my spring training readathon. This is kind of all over the place because, like I said, I don't usually make like a concrete TBR. I do just, make a stack that are like options that would work, and then I mood read from there. So let me know if you have a TBR for February, if you're going to be following along with these prompts and this readathon, what books you have in mind. Yeah, I hope you have a great reading month, and I'll be back soon. Bye.